Is this any place to raise a family? Regular droughts, regular floods, jealous neighbors, lazy relatives, missed meals, serial killers. When it's the only home you have, you sink or swim. What good is a king without a dynasty? The monarch is Mfumu. His name means chief, and he leads a small pride of 6 lions. His mate is Chipatsua, the beautiful. Together, they rule this realm, but uneasy lies the crown. The pride has raised no cubs. Without the strength of numbers, their kingdom is in peril. Their home is a Shangri-La in East Africa, at the base of the Great Rift. The Luangwa Valley lies more than half a mile below the surrounding plains, a sunken world cut off from the outside. Isolation has made a paradise, but at a price. As seasons pass, the valley goes through the most extreme changes in all of Africa. Oxbows fill, lagoons swell. It's an Eden for grazers and waterborne predators. For others, the wet season is a damper. Flooding cuts them off from food. Come the dry season, fortunes turn. As water ebbs, grazers make daily trips to the river to drink. Most commute along dried-up lagoons, a route closely watched. In the dry season, lions live a dog's life, catnapping all day and waiting for dinner. No rest for a king. Mfumu is just 4 years old. Lions so young seldom lead a pride. To keep it means endless work. Up to 10 miles a day, patrolling and marking turf. At precise intervals, he sprays his feet and leaves behind powerful pheromones, keep out signs to rival males. A scent barrier is Mfumu's best defense. He's still too young to face a full-grown male. Just across the river, a threat. An older male, full of strength and envy. Mfumu would likely lose if he had to fight. For now, the river averts a showdown. The young king resumes his patrol. Every subject within 5 miles hears his claim. For Chipatsua, it's dinner time. Puku and Impala have nowhere to hide. Speed is their defense. Yet the dry season has turned the lagoon into a killing zone. Tonight, the lions will dine. Two younger sisters often hunt with Chipatsua. Together, they form the pride's core hunting unit. They know the drill, scout the terrain, and assess the best spot for an ambush. Today, they're short-handed. A lazy sister craves her beauty sleep. The dutiful sister targets a puku. Chipatsua knows better. Too soon. Wait until dark. An aunt and cousin form the pride's final 2 members. This mother-daughter team sometimes shares the pride's kill, but they prefer to keep to themselves and hunt on their own. For now, Chipatsua and her sister mark time. Pursuit is futile. Puku can outrun a lion. But the balance of power will swing come sundown. Night vision gives an edge to a predator. Chipatsua will chase the puku toward her sister, waiting in the grass. Patience. An unsuccessful chase wastes precious energy. The trap is set. Perfect. Aunt and cousin join in. The lazy sister is too late. With no cubs, Chipatsua can be a full-time provider for the pride and her mate. But Mfumu will not dine tonight. Rivals remain a threat, so he continues on patrol. Better an empty belly than an empty pride. At the height of the dry season, life converges on the valley's sole source of water, the parched river. But relief is coming. The wet season is on the way. Chipatsua also comes for a drink. So has her youngest sister. Mock fighting is how sisters greet, a display of affection, the bond of the pride. Lions may be lords of the jungle, but their dominion stops at the river's edge. This beast has no king, no foe, and no fear. The Luangwa attracts the world's largest concentration of crocodiles. With a bite 10 times stronger than a shark's, these are the jaws of death. Even when the coast is clear, Chipatsua treads lightly. The river is why she has no cubs. Crocodiles took every litter, 5 years in a row. This morning, nature will give Chipatsua another chance at motherhood. She has come into estrus, a 4-day window of life. Once more, she and Mfumu can try for cubs. For once, sisters aren't welcome. Chipatsua is truly irresistible. Mfumu savors her scent and confirms she's ready to mate. Most females would slap and snarl, but they've shared too much for ritual aggression. Merely a love bite. Mfumu will not leave her side for 4 days. To increase their chances, they'll mate twice an hour around the clock. Across the river, a troubling reminder. A small pride is a weak pride. But the river is still high enough to protect the pride. The threat of invasion will subside when the wet season arrives. But another threat will emerge. Once more, the Luangwa Valley is transformed. In 1 month, a desert becomes a lake. In this season of rebirth, hope springs anew for the pride. Two cubs, a typical litter. Newborns are prey to hyenas and jackals. Chipatsua will keep close or hide them while hunting. Mfumu's cubs are too fragile to be underfoot. He'll ignore them until they're big enough to join the pride, if they live. Only one newborn in 4 survives the wet season. The rains end, but the landscape changes. Pathways vanish. The lions make long detours to their hunting grounds. Other predators welcome change. Their once narrow habitat now engulfs the land. New turf and new prey. When mother is away, her cubs stray into unfamiliar terrain. Lions are born to explore, but curiosity can kill a cat. Just weeks old, Katswiri is a novice to danger. Her timid brother, Chimondo, at last joins her, and Katswiri leads the way into peril. Across the lagoon, their mother is cut off. To save her cubs, Chipatsua must face her worst fear, the water. A narrow escape, and not the last. For more than a year, cubs depend on their mothers. Each time Chipatsua leaves to hunt, she puts them at risk. The cubs reach a milestone. After 6 weeks, they're strong enough to keep up with their mother. It's time to leave the den. For Chimondo and Katswiri, the world is new. Katswiri means the clever one. Wrong prey, but right instincts. Chipatsua has made a big decision. It's time to meet the pride. The cubs seek one member's approval above all. They've never seen a male lion. Instinctively, they show caution and respect. It's Mfumu's first look at his offspring. Simple tolerance is the badge of entry. They're now members of the pride. Rearing cubs is not Mfumu's role. Safety is his job. This is the limit of his affection. Mature males resent younger rivals. Chimondo is no threat now, but at sexual maturity, he'll be exiled. With so many guardians, the odds of survival have just risen. Time flies, and another milestone. The cubs will nurse up to 7 months, but they're now ready for meat. After days with no food, Chipatsua herself craves protein. The dinner bell. The pride has made a kill. First, every parent struggles. Putting the kids to bed. Two cubs, one mom, no help. Chimondo finally surrenders. Katswiri reluctantly follows. Now, a midnight snack. Impala. But the breadwinner isn't the sisters, it's Mfumu. Seldom does a male surrender a meal to a mate. She'll need all her charm to dine tonight. Will he fall for it? A rare entree in every sense. Back home, alarm. No cubs. Just one, Chimondo. From his scent, she can tell he's unharmed. That's Katswiri's cry. Katswiri is trapped in a cliché, a cat up a tree. That's one way. The sniff test. Dazed, but not damaged. This won't be the last scare. Soon, Chipatsua will come within a whisker of losing them both. Youngsters are a handful for any mother. The cubs brim with energy, and now with character. Katswiri is hyperactive, reckless and curious. Chimondo is a mama's boy. Through harmless play, both learn lethal skills. In 3 months, a growth spurt. After long barren years, the cubs renew the pride. But long-time threats remain. The dry season returns, along with danger. Only one place to get a drink. A shallow pool seems safe, but lions aren't the only masters of ambush. Another close call for the pride. And another dose of respect for the Crocodile's river. Lions prefer to hunt after dark. This time, sisters, cousin, and aunt. The cubs are too young to go. Chipatsua leaves with the hunters. So who's minding the cubs? The lazy sister. For the lazy sister, the sound of dinner is mouth-watering. Predictable Katswiri. Chimondo hesitates. The boogeymen of the African night are real. Hyenas and leopards. Katswiri couldn't drink her fill this morning, yet she hesitates. The cubs have learned a great lesson: fear. As weeks pass, the dry season bakes the valley. The falling river exposes a sandbank. On it, Mfumu spots trouble. The rival pride, closer than ever. It's his first look at the entire pride. The river is still too deep to cross. A natural barrier protecting his pride, but not for long. With 4 tutors, night school begins in the lion pride. The cubs' lesson: hunting. Flawless tactics. As a team, the sisters drive prey to ambush. This time, they keep it alive. Chipatsuwa summons her cubs for another milestone: their first look at live game. As always, Katswiri is bolder, but for once, she won't be first. Perhaps Mom wants Chimondo to lead for a change. Adults seldom bring home live prey. To Chimondo, it's just a toy. Only 6 months old, he won't hunt for 5 months more. Now, Katswiri's turn. A star pupil. Her brother loiters in the back of the class, but Mother knows this lesson is too vital to skip. Lesson over. During hunting class, one teacher was absent. Now they know why. Their cousin rejoins the pride. As a mother. Though Mfumu has a favorite, he mates with all his females. Chimondo and Katswiri were bound to have cousins. Females often synchronize litters. All the females will nurture the cubs. It takes a pride to raise young. Summertime at Lion Lagoon. and the living is easy. Just weeks old, the new cubs feed solely on milk. Katswiri and Chimondo practice battle techniques. What could tempt a brother to abandon playtime? Mom. Lions are opportunistic hunters, and opportunity is knocking. A surprise visit. Buffalo journey to the river only when the water holes dry up. Just lie low and wait. Chimondo spoils the surprise. Another surprise. Who springs to life but the lazy sister? Nice try. Now, patience. A herd of buffalo is like a fortress, but it has a weak point. Nightfall. At night, buffalo spook easier. Stampede the herd, and you can cull a loner. Chipatsua is the distraction. The pride takes up the flanks. Their trump card. They need Mfumu's strength for a quick kill to prevent injury. Alarm. The protector must check it out. No dinner tonight. This evening, a treat for the new cousins. They get their first taste of meat. A carnivore, 7 weeks old. Full bellies mean more time to play. This buffalo will feed them for another 2 days, but only if vultures don't detect it. Chipatsua must hide the carcass from prying eyes. The blood and flattened grass is hidden. The cubs learn the importance of teamwork. Even the lazy sister pitches in, reluctantly. Mfumu killed the buffalo, but Chipatsua's ensuring they keep it. The dry season will bring the pride's worst threat. Above, a mirage of relief. Yet for 7 months, not a drop of rain. For the first time in years, the natural barrier of the river disappears. As some leave the pride's territory, others enter. Mfumu's rival. Not even a natural hatred of water can stop him. He fears only crocs and drowning, and neither threatens him now. That was his calling card. No answer. Intrusion undetected. All the cubs are in peril. Males live to spread their genes, and the cubs will hinder the intruder. Only when the cubs are young adults will the females breed again, but lose them and they'll go into estrus within days. If the rival takes over, he'll kill the cubs. The intruder ingests a drug, dung from a bull hippo, laced with testosterone. Intoxicating. Caution vanishes. He's invincible. Every mother knows the sound of danger. With Mfumu away marking, they must face the menace themselves. Somewhere, the intruder lurks. While a sister guards the cubs, the pride braces for a fight. The babysitter turns the tide. Females are the weaker sex, but in numbers lies the strength of a pride. Yet this battle isn't over. The rival male merely withdrew. He hasn't surrendered. Round 2 looms, but this time, a new opponent. Mfumu is back. Nothing offends the leader of a pride like the stench of a trespasser. The rival. Retreat. The intruder is too bruised to go another round. Not enough for Mfumu. The rival must never return. A show of force now could prevent a fight later. Behind the defeated, the sound of victory. The rival won't be back. Backed by his pride, Mfumu has conquered his worst threat. High water or low, the river remains a safe boundary. Chipatsua has made a conquest of her own over her worst fears. Victory over the rival male has stiffened her spine. Now, it takes more than a reptile to chill her blood. She's no cowardly lion. The whole pride basks in triumph. They've broken the river's curse with new life. Katswiri and Chimondo are old enough to run with the pride, join the hunt, and tutor their cousins. Most dynasties are brief, but safe behind the river, Mfumu reigns unchallenged. A brave father, caring mothers, sturdy youngsters, safe borders, full bellies. Is this any place to raise a family? Where else?